morning, I'm Mrs. K. I'm here to tell you about the 3 R's. Not the 3 R's of long time ago before my time of reading, writing, arithmetic, but 3 R's for Christians to live by today. But before I do that, I want to share something with you from 1 Peter 4, verses 12 to 14. Dear friends, do not be surprised at the painful trial you are suffering, as though something strange were happening to you, but rejoice that you participate in the sufferings of Christ, so that you may be overjoyed when his glory is revealed. If you are insulted because of the name of Christ, you are blessed, for the Spirit of glory and of God rests on you. Class, indeed, strange things are happening in our world. This stinking virus has been a trial to all of us. Nothing compares to what Christ has suffered, but nonetheless, we are facing challenges. But as this says, we are supposed to be joyful and glad because we are blessed. To be a Christian today is a challenge, and I believe there are 3 R's that would be beneficial for you to learn. What are they? Revival, renovation, resilience. So let's start with renovation. According to Webster Dictionary, revival is the renewed attention of something or interest in something. It is a reawakening. As Christians, we should seek and welcome worldwide revival, renewal, reawakening for every person's relationship with Christ. Nothing superficial though. It must be deeply rooted, steadfast to pass the test of time. In fact, Romans 12:11 reminds us that we are to be fervent in spirit and never lacking zeal. Number 2, renovation. Pastor Isaac mentioned this last week's sermon. Great minds think alike. Oh, by the way, there will be a pop quiz at the end of my lesson today on his sermon last Sunday. Webster defines renovation as restoring to a former, better state through cleaning, repairing, rebuilding, or to restore as in life, vigor, and activity. What needs to be repaired or restored in your relationship with Christ? You know, God supplies us with the perfect tool, a lifetime guarantee, the Bible. Grab it, start renovating. Lastly, resilience. This is the capability and ability to overcome difficult things. 2 Timothy 1:7 says, "In the Spirit God gave us does not give us one of timidity, but gives us power, love, and self-discipline." Okay, time for your pop quiz. In last week's sermon, Pastor Isaac asked the Living Water Church family to do something every day this week, intentionally. What was that? If you answered prayer, you got a 100% on your pop quiz. Good job, class. You know, I believe the best way and probably the easiest way to achieve these 3 R's is to pray fervently and continually. Class dismissed.
Carrying on from your lesson in revival, renovation, and resilience, I'd like to speak on faith and anxiety. First off, in faith, it's in 1 Peter 4:12. It says, "Beloved, do not be surprised at the fiery ordeal that's taking place among you to test you, as though something strange were happening to you." You know, faith is easy when things are going well. It's not always so easy in difficult times such as these. When I think back in the Old Testament, I see story after story of the Israelites, and when they had faith, things generally went well for them, even though it was difficult along the journey. When they lacked faith, things didn't go so well for them. So have faith, trust in God that he will get us through all of this. In anxiety, in 1 Peter 5:7-9, it says, "Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. Discipline yourselves, keep alert. Like a roaring lion, your adversary, the devil, prowls around, looking for someone to devour. Resist him, steadfast in your faith, for you know that your brothers and sisters in all the world are undergoing the same kinds of suffering." Again, we're called to have steadfast faith, but now we're supposed to cast all our anxiety upon him and be prepared to resist him. Well, how do we prepare to resist him in times like this when the virus is forcing us to be islands upon ourselves and limiting the opportunity to fellowship together? I'll offer a few simple suggestions. First, take time to pray. Pray to have faith to get you through this and that you'll trust God for the outcome. Pray for wisdom to know what to do when situations arise. for courage to be able to carry out the decisions that you need to make, and for strength to resist. Think about things and pray about things in your head. Develop situations and think about how you will react to those situations so that you're ready when the devil prowls around and you have responses ready. Do it again and again. Pray about things, think about situations, think about how you'll react. That's repetitive training in order to form an intuitive response. Do it again, pray, so that you will be strengthened through Christ and ready to resist when the devil prowls near.